Hello, people. Let us examine and recall one case. Russian ships and submarines often encountered UFOs. The source of the information is declassified documents of the Russian Navy. Humanoids from Lake Baikal. Bewildered divers watched in astonishment as several curious creatures approached them. Although they were positioned at a depth of more than 50 meters, these humanoids were not wearing modern equipment. Located in southeastern Siberia, near the border with Mongolia, lies the oldest and deepest lake on the planet. Nearly 1/4 of the Earth's fresh water is contained here. In certain areas, astonishing depths of over 1,500 meters have been measured. Countless unique plant and animal species inhabit the frigid territory, many of which exist nowhere else in the world. Scientists believe that this massive basin was formed as an ancient rift valley more than 25 million years ago. But let us become a bit more familiar with the lake. Lake Baikal formed as an ancient rift valley in Russia. It is located in southern Siberia, between the federal subjects of Irkutsk Oblast to the northwest and the Republic of Buryatia to the southeast. With 23,615.39 km of water, Lake Baikal is the largest freshwater lake in the world by volume, containing 23% of the world's fresh surface water, more than the Great Lakes of North America. It is the deepest lake in the world with a maximum depth of 1,642 mm and the oldest lake in the world at 25-30 million years old. With an area of 31,722 km², slightly larger than Belgium, Lake Baikal is the 6th largest lake in the world by surface area. It is among the clearest lakes in the world. Lake Baikal is home to thousands of plant and animal species, many endemic to the region. It is also home to the Buryat tribes, who raise goats, camels, cattle, sheep, and horses on the eastern side of the lake, where the average temperature ranges from a winter minimum of -19°C to a summer maximum of 14°C. The region east of Lake Baikal is called Transbaikalia, and the loosely defined region around the lake itself is sometimes known as Baikalia. UNESCO declared Baikal a World Heritage Site in 1996. Ships and submarines of the Navy of the former USSR repeatedly encountered UFOs, some of these incidents ending tragically, TSS reported, citing declassified documents of the Russian Navy. The documents show that water strongly attracts extraterrestrials. Several of the incidents, for example, occurred at Lake Baikal, from whose depths unidentified flying objects surfaced to the surface. Powerful light signals of unknown origin were also observed at the lake. A tragic case occurred in 1982, when 7 naval submariners during exercises in the waters of Lake Baikal saw humanoids dressed in silvery suits at a depth of 50 meters. The servicemen attempted to capture the extraterrestrials, but the aliens proved to be much stronger. As a result, 3 of the submariners died, and the remaining 4 suffered severe injuries. During another incident, a Russian nuclear submarine located in the Pacific Ocean encountered 6 UFOs simultaneously, which began pursuing it and later shot up straight into the sky. The documents now made public also describe various incidents in the waters of the Bermuda Triangle. Among them was the sudden and, most importantly, unexplained failure of instruments on ships of the USSR Navy. Rear Admiral Yuri Beketov did not rule out that the cause of these seemingly inexplicable technical malfunctions may have been a UFO moving at an unimaginably high speed, violating all known laws of physics. There can be only one explanation for this. The beings who created them, UFOs, have significantly surpassed us in their level of development, commented Rear Admiral Yuri Beketov. Is Russia waging war with an underwater race of extraterrestrials? Did you know that ufologists believe that an entire race of extraterrestrials is hiding in the underwater depths and has been waging war with Russia for decades? They believe that alien beings already secretly inhabit our planet, hidden deep beneath the oceans and seas. Even during the Soviet Union, Russian submarine captains encountered unexplained phenomena underwater. Documents containing information about encounters with so-called unidentified underwater objects are still classified as secret. However, some details from encounters with deep sea creatures and unexplained enormous objects have nevertheless leaked into the media. The information reveals shocking things happening in the depths. Ufologists Paul Stonehill and Philip Mantle reveal the secret history of the classified conflict in their new book. The researchers believe that the Russian government is trying to hide the truth, calling the testimonies of those who try to speak about what is really happening deep underwater foolish fantasies. Mantle and Stone claim that people have already encountered both new life forms and unidentified vessels at sea. Philip Mantle claims that even during the Soviet era, many Russian sailors witnessed the appearance of USOs, unidentified submerged objects. But after these people tried to tell the public what they had seen, they immediately became targets of all kinds of jokes and ridicule. The unknown creatures, called the swimmers, are astonishing. These beings are humanoids about 3 meters tall. They live at a depth of 50 meters in the icy waters of the oceans and seas near Siberia. According to Mantle and Stonehill, one of the captains in the Russian submarine fleet, Major General Demyanenko, warned his crew about the possibility of encountering the incredible creatures, as such an incident had already occurred in 1982. There are reports that Soviet military divers attempted to capture one of these beings, which was allegedly dressed in a silver suit and helmet. However, they failed. Immediately after the members of the expedition prepared the net to catch the creature unknown to science, the entire team of 7 was thrown to the surface by some incredible force. There are other cases of encounters with unidentified objects. Thus, in 1965, when the Soviet ship, Raduga, was crossing the Red Sea, it witnessed a huge fiery sphere emerging from the ocean and hovering in the air at a height of about 150 meters. After some time, the sphere fell back into the water. But the story does not end there. Russian Admiral V.A. Domoslavsky, head of intelligence in the Pacific Ocean, says he saw an object floating above the waters of the Pacific. The object was about 900 meters long. At one point, small parts began separating from it, which after sinking into the ocean soon returned to their places. After that, the object disappeared. Rear Admiral and nuclear submarine commander Yuri Beketov says he repeatedly witnessed unexplained activity in the waters of the Bermuda Triangle. The submarine's radars more than once detected unknown objects moving underwater at a speed of 250 miles per hour. Stonehill and Mantle collected all eyewitness testimonies in their book, UFOs, What is Russia Hiding? In an interview with the British publication The Mirror, Mantle says that the Soviet government deliberately concealed information about encounters with unidentified underwater objects. Mantle suggests that all Soviet officers who encountered such objects were simply forced to remain silent in order not to be ridiculed by the public and the press.